I started shooting when I was just 10 years old. I was basically going around trying so many different sports like hockey, netball, all at school. And then my granddad actually went every single week to his local ground shooting, and I was just fascinated by it. I really wanted to have a go. So I went along with him with my whole family and just took to it instantly. Just from the moment I hit my first clay, it gave me such a buzz and I just wanted to keep doing it. So I went every weekend with him and things just kind of went from there. I think Beretta is always known, especially within skeet, as the biggest gun manufacturer, which also aids athletes with the gun kind of, if there's any problems, we know we can always go to Beretta. And I think that really swayed my decision and I really just wanted a new, fresh start after the Olympics. So I went to speak to Beretta and I went for a tour around the factory, and it is absolutely incredible. They taught me through the service that they can offer, where I could have my DT11 all customized to me, and having such a specialist service and everything tailored to me was such a major part in me switching to Beretta. So I actually went for the DT11, but purely because it was kind of the latest technology on the market. They were talking me through all my different options, with the carbon fiber being lighter, and being a small person, having longer barrels is an advantage, but being able to manage the weight isn't. So when they told me it was going to be the exact same weight as my previous guns that I was able to manage, that it was a decision that I had to go with. And when I actually went onto the range and tried it for the first time, I took to it instantly and I fell in love with it. So that is my decision of why I had my DT11. Basically, the experience that I had, I went over to the Beretta factory and it was incredible that everything is completely tailored to you. So they took all my measurements and basically worked with a specialist team to get the grip of my gun right, the cast, the length, everything was completely suited to me. I got to pick my own wood. Not that you can see it now with all the spray work I've done over it, but the thing is, it's just such a personal touch that you get at Beretta, and it was definitely one of the main things that attracted me to Beretta in the first place. So it's been a fantastic season for me. I had a bit of a break at the end of last year. I just felt completely exhausted, but came into this year feeling really fresh, and I just kept on working a lot with my coach, Joe, and he's been seeing me sort of every week. We've been working on my technique right from basics. And yeah, I think the key to my success so early on in the season is just not overcomplicating it and just coming back to basics and just enjoying myself again. I've not been training quite so much as what I normally would, but I feel like when I get out onto the range that it really is meaningful and I want to hit every target. And I'm just getting on so well with my DT11. I've honestly taken to it so quickly compared to previous guns, and it just really excites me for what the future's got to hold. Yeah, I definitely have two very different sides, my shooting side, and then it's just purely my personality of like, I'm so girly. I love having my nails done, hair done, you name it. And I really kind of want to encourage girls into the sport, because I think it's so important that girls have the opportunity to try sports which they may not have thought of before. And I think the great thing about shooting is it's so accessible to so many people. Age isn't a factor, your gender isn't a factor, anyone can do it. So I really just want to sort of promote that you can still be yourself in sport, but you can have different sides to your personality as well, and that's not a problem either. So it basically, my Instagram journey really started at the 2016 Olympics in Rio, and I was trying to I had a target of maybe 10,000 followers. And while I was at the Olympics, I gained so much exposure that I didn't actually expect, and managed to get up to about 30. And then once I hit that number, I was kind of like, I can actually use this to really help the sport and encourage people to see what we do. And that's exactly what I've done. So over the last few years, I've basically just been working to encourage people from outside of the sport onto my social media, so they get a mixture of just me as the person, but also this flip side to me where I'm traveling around the world competing. And at the moment I'm on something crazy like 70,000 followers, which is absolutely insane. But to think that amount of people are actually watching what I'm doing and following my progress and enjoying the content that I'm creating, it really does mean a lot. So I definitely say, if you have come across shooting, just give it a try, because it may not be exactly what you've seen. It is just something so unique, and it can change lives. Like, I would never have thought of myself ever being a shooter, and I never would have thought it would take me all the way to the Olympic Games. So I'd say just enjoy yourself and just have a go, because you never know where it may take you.